Okay, friends, today is actually going to be really fun because we have all the girls at the Noelle's Naturals headquarters in the studio today, and we're all just going to hang out and you're going to get to know the Noelle's Naturals team. So I'm really excited. Here we go.
You're listening to the Naturally Noelle Show, brought to you by Noelle's Naturals, all natural products that really work. And now, please welcome entrepreneur, wife, homeschooling mom of 4, and founder of the Noelle's Naturals brand of products, your host, Noelle Talley.
Okay, so today there's 4 of us here today. We're actually a really small shop. You may think that we have like tons and tons of employees, but it's just a few of us girls here. We are all ladies here at the headquarters. And I'm going to start by introducing you to the main girl in charge, which is Whitney. Hello, Whitney.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. So, how long have you been with the company?
So, I started back in July of last year, and I have enjoyed every minute since.
It's been a real delight. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of
To say the least.
a lot of heart-to-hearts and talks about our life and where we are. And
We do.
It's really good. Okay, and then next we have Marlene.
Hello.
Asian represent.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Marlene.
I started here just in December, and I am Whitney's assistant.
Yeah.
I love working with her every day. I'm learning a lot, and it's been awesome.
It's been really cool. So Marlene is Vietnamese, and she is teaching us to speak Vietnamese, which is really fun.
Yes, and what did I teach you?
You taught me to say Quang Hao.
Yes, which means, how are you? In English.
Quaya.
And that's the reply. It means she's doing very well.
Yeah, so that's fun. We got our multicultural representation
I
here.
love it.
Cool. And then finally, we have our newest member of the team, Sasha. She's our new social media guru. Sasha, hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet all the people out there in the podcast world. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Sasha.
So I started here in January, and I'm the girl that sometimes you'll see the back of the head of in social media posts, or just like half my face, because I don't feel like showing my face half the time. But I love learning about this community, and you guys have welcomed me with open arms, so thank you for that.
Yeah, so it's cool because we're all sort of at varying places on our natural journey. You don't have to be, a crunchy mom to work at Noelle's Naturals. So it's been cool to kind of grow with you guys and learn with you guys and teach you guys some things. So, let's kind of just talk about where we all are, in terms of natural living. So Whitney, you kind of go first.
Yeah. So I think before coming to work here, I had some exposure, but not a ton. And so when I started, I was learning a ton. First of all, just when you begin making products for a natural company, you're learning, like, what are these things doing? How are they working in this product? Why did Noelle pick these? And so I just found myself like wanting to learn more about what does this herb do, and why are we using this? Why are we promoting it to other women and families out there? And so I think I started just doing that for myself too. So everything I was learning here, I was like, this is awesome, and like I want to do this in my life. And so I've like started kind of like with like clothing and sheets especially. Like, first of all, my husband's a sweater, so he gets clammy and he wears socks all the time, 24/7. I'm not kidding. And so the first thing I got was organic cotton sheets, and that has been like changed our nighttime life. Like,
I don't want to know about your nighttime life, Whitney.
Definitely talking about sleep here for sure.
We talk about everything here at the shop.
We do. But, and then, like, trying out some of these products and stuff, like, that also just, like, made me 10 times more aware of, like, these ways that I can help my body without medicating. with like things that we use in Western medicine. One of the first products that I tried was Restore. And when I took just one dose of that on my period, because I cramp really bad, I did not have cramps at all for the next like 2 days.
That's so awesome.
It was really great. It's probably one of my favorite products because I really believe in it. And everything we make here, I really believe in. Like, it just has become so much more important to me. And it's been great to walk along that journey with you because you've never been like, hey, switch everything all at once. Do it now. Like, this is so great. You've been like, hey, learn, educate, research. Like, this is important. Like, your body's important. Your body's a temple. And, like, that's been, like, just a really good encouragement as I've started working here, too.
That's fun too because I am such a teacher and I'm never just like, well, here's a product, make it. Everybody that's ever been at this company knows you are going to learn if you work here because I want everyone to understand why we make these products and why we put what we put in them. And you're so curious and that's been so great. I'm glad you're not like, oh God, Noelle's lecturing me about herbs again. You're like so open to learning, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
So
much so that we have even started making an ingredient education manual.
yes.
So that's my own fun little side project that I've started. It's been really great.
That's cool. Cool. All right. So Marlene.
Yes.
So you are kind of new to natural stuff.
I am very new. Besides knowing to eat organically because it's healthier, I didn't know anything about any of your stuff or about the community. So I'm learning a lot as I'm making these products along with Whitney. The ingredients, how important they are and what they do to your body. And I'm still learning a lot. So I can't wait to continue to learn more.
You're a fast learner.
Yeah.
This has been like a crash course though. Like I don't think you knew what you were getting into.
No, absolutely no idea whatsoever. Like the shungite, I never even knew that word even existed. So
God bless you.
So it's been fascinating and I'm excited to learn more as I go along too.
Hold on one second. Let me put my do not disturb on my computer. I totally forgot to do that. I hate when that happens.
Way to go.
Whatever. You know what? I'm going to leave it in because I'm working on
letting those imperfections
being imperfect.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
It's perfectly imperfect.
There we go. Okay, so you have now tried a lot of our products. What is your favorite Noelle's Natural product?
As far as skincare, I really like the tallow bombs. And then I've also used the elderberry kits, like making the kits at home and just taking those every day for my health. I love that product. It tastes really good, so that was surprising to me because I thought it was going to be bitter, but it's not at all. So those are my two favorites.
Yeah, I remember when I made you taste it and you thought it was like pancake syrup or something.
Yeah, I was like, why is it so thick? And I was like, I don't know, it smells a little weird, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Great. Okay, so Sasha, where are you? You actually are not super new on your natural journey. You were kind of already working on some stuff before you came on with us.
Right. I had a lot of gut issues in my past just since I was 10 years old. So I went to every doctor that you could think of to help with these stomach issues, and they would give me what are they called? Antibiotics, and that would just ruin my gut even more. So I finally went to Instagram of all places and found a lot of influencers that were saying, hey, you don't need Western medicine to heal your gut. Usually it's making it worse. Try this, switch out these ingredients for this. So I was starting to cut out natural flavors. I started drinking bone broth and I could finally see some improvement in my gut. And I was like, wow, maybe there is something to this whole holistic lifestyle. So that's kind of where my journey began. And then meeting Noelle, that just opened a whole new book of holistic living, just skincare, just even Wi-Fi stuff. So I'm learning a lot while I'm here.
Yeah, and you are in a unique position because you're kind of like the voice of the company on Instagram and online. So you're in a crazy crash course of learning a lot
yes,
of stuff.
I want to represent Noelle in a way that is just in the best light, and also just giving people information that they can actually rely on, because there's a lot of things out there that'll claim to be clean, but it's not. It's very greenwashed, and I want to make sure that people are getting the correct information from us.
Yeah.
now on.
The other thing too is like I would hope that people would also have grace for us like with our online presence, because you've already experienced this with some of your posts is like we'll say something, about, a certain, natural practice that is just an opinion. It's one way to do it. And so many people kind of jump on it like, no, that's not true. And so you kind of had to navigate that a little bit.
Right, and I'm no stranger to it. Working in social media for most of my career, everyone has an opinion, and that's okay. Honestly, we are all learning and trying to figure out what is best for us individually as well. So, honestly, come at me.
Come at me. But, one thing that we do really try to represent, like even just as a company, even as people, will email us or message us asking for recommendations on what they should take, is that every journey is so specific to each person. Every product, how much you should take, how often you should take elderberry syrup. Like, we can't tell you that because we don't know your body. And honestly, like, your doctor, your provider can't really tell you that either. I mean, in a lot of cases, you have to be your own best doctor and know your body and know your needs and figure out, like, listen to your body and figure out what's going to work for you, and not trust, an influencer online to tell you what's going to be best for your body. So that's something we kind of have to navigate as we're dealing with people online.
Yeah, the internet's a scary place sometimes, but we're trying to make it a little better.
So I would love to just kind of talk a little bit about you guys personally. So Whitney, tell me one or two interesting things about yourself.
Oh man, they have to be interesting.
Well, I mean,
I'm not just like already super awesome.
well, tell us what you did before you came to work here. That's actually really interesting.
You do like that. Well, what I did before my career was called Child Life. So I was a certified child life specialist at the hospital. I worked in a local hospital here in the Tampa area. And I worked to mitigate anxiety and fear in children that visited the hospital, either acutely or long term, and supporting their hospitalization to help them better understand, better cope, and just kind of support the entire family through it, because what they go through in the hospital can be really scary. It can be really hard. And I use a lot of child development education and like coping practices and family systems theory to help mitigate that stress and anxiety in that child and the family.
I feel like you were kind of like a family doula.
Honestly, I really feel like it, child life, kind of sounds like we're just for the child, but it really is. Like, we try to cater to the entire need of the whole family unit. So I think, we would get consulted over to the mom baby unit a lot because we work with them in separation. Those kinds of issues that arise in response to a mom being in hospital long-term prior to delivery. And so that would cause some regression maybe in the child or behavior problems that the parents might not understand. And so we would kind of come in and help give some ideas. Hey, let's try this. This is a really good way to promote connection despite being separated, and doing those things where, like, we'd come in, then we were, like, talking to an adult, and then usually, like, we'd always laugh and be like, we need, like, adult life specialists,
Seriously. Well, that's a doula.
Right, exactly. Literally. So, it is, like, we definitely catered for, like, the whole family, and I'm very passionate, still very passionate about it, and I worked alongside another child life specialist. Her name was Leslie, and
yes, and
she's
she
fantastic.
she helped us when one of our little ones ended up in the hospital.
Yes, that was a crazy story.
I know.
I can't believe that.
It was
such a small world.
Very small world. She was really great, and that really made our experience and her experience just so much better.
Yeah.
We avoid hospitals as much as possible, but every now and then your kid decides to climb up on the roof and fall off.
Oh no.
Yes.
She was fine.
Oh my God.
She bounced.
Okay, you need to make a podcast episode just about that story.
I can make a podcast episode of all the ways my children try to just absolutely annihilate themselves. All right, so Marlene, some interesting things about yourself.
Interesting things. I can tell you some things that I love.
Yeah, great.
I love to travel. One of my favorite places that I've been to was Italy. Love the food, so fresh. I could drink the wine. and not get that Asian glow, that red tomato face, which was amazing. So I love to travel, and I'm also a big foodie. I love to eat food and just explore, all the different flavors.
Yes, that was one of the things we kind of first connected on, because I hired you like right before Christmas and actually met you at our staff Christmas party.
Yes, yes, that's right.
I was like, come out to the party. You're part of the team now. And then we
Yes.
get to eat food and have some great wine and chat. And
Absolutely. It was a great time.
Yeah.
And I love meeting you that way. It was, very organic.
I know,
And
that
I
was
just
fun.
walked into it not knowing anybody else besides Whitney and just went for it. It was great.
Yeah, cool. All right, so Sasha, cool things about you. I know there's so many.
Yeah, and I can't think of any of them. So here's one that I just thought of off the cuff, is that even though I work in a very creative environment, I only dream in black and white.
What? Really?
Yeah, I will remember dreams like old films.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I don't know, but like sometimes my nightmares are terrifying. So
Wow.
that's like, not a lot of people dream in black and white. I've heard people dream in color like all the time, and I'm the only one supposedly that I know of that I dream in black and white. So if anyone else does, please tell me.
That is exceptionally interesting.
Thanks.
Wow. I think you win the interesting
Absolutely.
fact.
I didn't know we were competing.
Oh my gosh. Well, this has been super fun. I hope you guys feel a little bit more part of the Noelle's Naturals family, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Naturally Noelle Show, empowering you to live a more natural life, one step at a time.